A sincere greeting goes to all the guests joining this one-day Wuling Farm tour. First of all, we will head to the biggest high mountain vegetable farm in Taiwan. You can look over the Cross Central Highway from this cabbage farm. Further, we would like to visit Wuling Farm. It's named the fairyland on earth for the diversity of sceneries in the 4 seasons. Fruity and fresh air spread all over here. It is also a great place to enjoy the fall colors. People call it Taiwanese 就在国 Valley. Therefore, we will take all of you to Farm Cultural House. It displays every kinds of appliance and rare pictures of the early days. You can know the history by the full description here. The next stop would be the Ecology Center of Formosan landlocked salmon. Knowing the habits of the salmon after that, we can take some pictures in Lion's Garden, the most beautiful place in Wuling Farm. Our last stop would be the Wuling Tea Farm. You can have a cup of Wuling tea. It's the greatest, the rarest of Taiwanese high mountain tea. Go buy some souvenirs of tea while we're here. Hope you all can enjoy the happy vacation. Yilan is located on the Lanyang Plain, close to Central Mountains, beside Hualien City. Yilan City is the country seat which houses the Yilan Country Government and Yilan County Country Council. The administrative areas are Luodong Township, Suao Township, Toucheng Township, Chaoqi Village, Yenshan Village, Zuanwei Village, Wujie Village, Dongshan Village, Shanxin Village, Datong Village, Nangao Village. The original name of Yilan was Kamalan. It's from the tribe of aboriginals in Taiwan known as Kamalan tribe. When a Chinese man named Wu Sa defeated the Kamalan in 1796, Yilan Plain was opened up from a forest to a farm. This led to disappearing hunting grounds for the plain aboriginals. Eventually, the traditional culture disappeared as the Chinese people populated the area, a tragic event. Yilan is the center of the government. The highest population of Yilan County is in Luodong Township. It is a business center. Since Xueshan Tunnel has opened, it only takes 1 hour from Taipei to Yilan. Yilan has become a famous touring site in northeast of Taiwan. Luodong Township was an undeveloped forest area. There were many wild monkeys living here. The aboriginals called monkeys Rutang. The pronunciation is like Luodong. Chinese continued to use the same name, Luodong, when they came to Lanyang Plain. Lumbering was thriving at that time. All the wood sent to Luodong for processing came by railway. Luodong became a business center of Lanyang Plain, also the highest population township in Taiwan now. Luodong Transportation Center is located on the back of Luodong Station, improving the bad traffic by rebuilding the transportation center. Luodong Railway Development Project can go together with increasing more convenient travel in the future. Luodong Transportation Center is a various station. There are 12 platforms for buses, including a waiting room, ticket booth, and transportation. Not only does it solve the traffic demand, it also brings business to the locals. After Xueshan Tunnel opened up, you can drive from Taipei to Yilan in 1 hour. The traffic is heavy, and the Luodong Transportation Center also services every 10 minutes from Taipei to Yilan. Luodong Tourism Night Market is closing to local night markets. Linked up by Datong Shopping Street, it's pushing up the nightlife of Luodong Township. Luodong Traditional Market is cheerful in daytime. It's a shopping center for housewives, and the local night market is thriving with tourists at night. Luodong Tourism Night Market is gathering around Luodong Park. You can all have the traditional foods of Yilan in here. There are many clothing shops and shoe shops surrounding the night market. It's the best place to buy something new, something fresh. Nanshan village is surrounded by beautiful landscape. When the clouds and mists cover the mountains and fog is everywhere, it looks like a dream. It's a great time to slow down and feel the nature. Nanshan village is the biggest high mountain cabbage farm in Taiwan. The farm ranged over a nice pattern between mountains and cabins scattered, and also clouds and mist in the distance. You can look at the magnificent view of the Central Cross Highway. Nanshan village is located on the high place about 1,200 meters between Wuling village, farm, and Lishan. It's foggy in the early morning and at nighttime. Usually they grow mountain vegetables here, so the high mountain cabbage is the maximum of the crop of Nanshan village. There's a Taya female statue beside Nanshan mark, a symbol of Taya's female make sacrifices for their country. When you see this, this means you've arrived in Taya rest stop. Nanshan village is located on Qijia Highway. The top on Nanshan is interchange of the Cross Central Highway. Don't forget to refuel and take a break when you're going to pass by. Nanshan village has a gas station and there's a mark that says it's the last stop to Taipingshan and North Cross Highway. Restaurants, B&B and Nushan store are all here. It offers you restrooms and water services. A great place for passengers to have a rest. It would be well to take a break if you pass through Nanshan. The Aboriginal meal and the high mountain cabbage, balsam pear, mushroom and trout are all very famous. Especially recommended by the locals is ginger medicinal egg. You'll taste the Chinese medicinal crop at first, then the spicy of the ginger comes out. It's really good for winter and has been famous for 15 years in Nanshan village. The three biggest high mountain farms in Taiwan are Wuling Farm, Qijing Farm, and Fusoshan Farm. Wuling Farm is located on the valley of Qijiawang River. It's the native place of the Formosa landlocked salmon. It abounds with pear, apple, peaches, high mountain tea, and its very famous Highland Farm. The diversity of sceneries in the four seasons in the Wuling Farm, fruity and fresh air spread all over here. It will make you feel like you're in a fairyland on earth, so-called Wuling. After Cross Central Highway opened up in 1958, people came to Wuling district for farming and forestry industry. It established Wuling Reclamation Area. When Mr. Jiang Jingguo visited Wuling Reclamation Area in 1963, he felt like a wonderland because of the weather and natural landscapes. He then established Wuling Veterans Farm. In 1969, the name had been changed to Wuling Farm. It grows temperate fruit trees and highland vegetables. The total area is around 800 hectares. As the current of time moved, the trend in government policy shifted towards ecotourism in order to preserve the land of Taiwan. Thus the farm started 4 stages of developmental changes, starting in 1963, in order to develop tourism and agriculture. The farm worked towards settlement and caring of veterans, industrial management, tourism development, and environmental protection for all industries here. And now it turns to ecotourism, also a famous tourist site for blooms and snow. Wuling Farm park planning quite perfect. There are Chatan agricultural landscape areas, wilderness recreation and alpine, plant ecological park, agricultural ecology, teaching observation and experience the park, in the Northern Valley Landscape Forests, Butterfly Birding Trail, South Valley Recreation Ecological Park, Qijiawan Ruins of Aboriginal Culture. Wuling Villa is at the end of Wuling Reclamation Area. It's the starting point of Forest Trail, and the suspension bridge is the only way to see the Formosa landlocked salmon. Wuling Farm is under the mountain's cover. The best place for growing fruits and vegetables is where warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It follows the season changes here. Flowers are coming out in a rush in spring. Every kind of high mountain vegetable and fruit abound in the summer. Maple leaves turn to red in the fall, and you can see snow falling down when winter comes. Wuling Farm. January is for winter plums. February is for sakura, pinky peach blossoms and whitey pear blossoms in March. Apple flower and azaleas between March and April. July and August are for peaches. August and September are for pears, and apples in September and October. You can see there are plenty of flowers coming out in the summer. The aged fruits are hanging on the trees. High mountain cabbages are like jade green. Fruit and flowers are growing in succession. Fruity air is spreading all over Wuling Farm. Come to Wuling Farm in any season, and it will bring you a different experience. The beautiful scenery of Wuling in the fall is so attractive. The red maple leaves cover all over the mountain, a single red in the midst of a thick foliage. The luxuriant cloudy let you in a deep, half-awake in reality. Wuling's incredible beauty is right here. Wuling Farm is a summer resort because of the high altitude. The maples turn to red early due to the northeast monsoon prevailing. It becomes the first place for admiring maple leaves, and recently people called it Taiwanese Zhou Zai Guo. There are camping areas, a garden square, walking paths, summer houses, and they offer you a leisurely pace. Originally growing the high mountain vegetables beside the camping area, but now they started to raise flowers. The common sage and lavender are beginning to bloom. The service station at Shaishan is located on the mountainside of Wuling camping area. It's an entrance to Shaishan Trail. Climbers have to apply for a permit before going in. Because of the great natural landform surrounded by huge mountains, you can look over the magnificent Shaishan from service station. It's a widely ranged viewing on the platform in front of the service station. You can see the whole Chijiawan Valley, mountain line of Raho, and even can look over Nanhu Mountain, an entirely central mountain area in good weather. The guest house of Chiang Kai-shek is one of those guest houses in Taiwan. Guest house established in the summer of 1968. There are 3 bedrooms, kitchen, living room, and writing room. Simple furnishings and decorated. The guardian's house is at the right side. It still keeps its original look inside and out, having a classic beauty. There are 2 bloom trees in front of the guest house. They have been grown by Chiang Kai-shek and his wife. They called them Bloom King and Queen. Wuling Farm specially rebuilt the second farm as Farm Cultural House to remember Chiang Kai-shek, who opened the farm with veterans. All the veterans followed the defeated army came to Taiwan in 1949. Under the government calling that they get to work, open up the Cross Central Highway, and settle down after they finish the highway. The Farm Cultural House is a stone construction of 3 sections in the courtyard house, made by the farmers in the early days. It's for people who opened up the wasteland and farming as a living place. Wuling Farm has been established for more than 60 years now. The owners tried hard to run this place. You can see the historic pictures of Wuling Farm back in the days. It was like a wasteland, but now it's a cheerful place and very pretty. The magnificent Wuling Farm has been tried hard for several decades from the early days, the agricultural period, till now transformed into leisurely tourism. Farm Cultural House displays rare pictures of Chiang Kai-shek and Zhang Jingguo. They came to visit in the early days, and agricultural machines and tools and clothes are here. Tourists can follow the descriptions under the pictures to know how it was in history. Songshan Room hanging the old pictures on the wall. The simple furnishings and decorations of the early days. It's a variety place for dinghy meetings, reading, and also to have a birthday party. It's only sleeping bunks, chairs in the bedroom. There's a storehouse outside the bedroom. Storages, farming tools, equipment, and veterans' clothes, caps, and display case here. The Volkswagen car of Zhang Jingguo was bought in 1978. It was for Zhang Jingguo to visit the farm and had been driven for 20 years. The Farm Cultural House presents the pictures of the veterans working hard to open up the land and their daily life. Tourists can see the process of Wuling Farm. The tea trees have been arranged in orders in Wuling Farm, also planting highland cabbages, Qixin Oolong tea. The sea level elevation of Wuling Farm is about 1,700 to 2,100 meters. It's always snowing in the fall and winter. The tea leaves grow slowly, so the tea is pretty sweet. People love Wuling Tea Farm. The real Wuling Farm tea brand is Wuling Tea in public. The tea tree grows thickly. Each one are more than 2 meters high. Farm collect tea leaves by hand so that the quality will be pretty good. Farmers use organic fertilizer. That's why the tea can grow luxuriantly here, and the tea leaves are thicker. The sea level elevation of Wuling Tea area is around 2,000 meters. Always foggy in the daytime and at nighttime. Only can catch sunshine shortly every day. It belongs to Qixin Oolong tea type. Tea leaves contain rich gum, sweet, smooth, and good smells are all rolled into one. Due to Wuling Tea has a relationship with Wuling Farm and Shepa National Park. They transformed the industry into organic agriculture in the year 2000. Wuling Farm is not just a tourist site, it also produces good quality tea leaves. Wuling Farm tea is also known as Wuling Tea. It's a rare good one in Taiwan Highland tea. The demand is always higher than supply in the market. Wuling Tea Farm even tried outsourcing services in the past, named it Sheifeng Tea as a brand. Later, the association took back the management rights in 2007. The brand had been changed to Wuling Tea. Wuling Tea Shop is a place which sells agricultural products. You can also have a cup of tea here. Tourists can even buy products from Wuling Farm in the tea shop, like Wuling Farm tea leaves, pickled vegetables, fruits, apple crispy, and dried cabbage. The tea shop would not let you leave without anything. Taiwanese Wuling Highland Tea is one of the highest Highland teas. The Oolong Tea gift box is the best souvenir. Don't forget to bring some to share with your friends. Before you get into Wuling Tea Farm, there's a huge silver lion besides Wangsha Bridge. That 3 words, Awakening Lion Park, had the inscription by Master Jiang Dan-qian. When Master Jiang Dan-qian came to visit Wuling Farm in 1977, he found this place is extremely like his hometown, Shitan. He stayed for a long while and suggested to the owners to build a huge lion to make this place stronger. When it was finished in the winter, the master came to put the inscription Awakening Lion Park. The blooms show in Awakening Lion Park and Wuling Guest House, Zofeng Bridge. There are over 500 red and white plum blooms trees in Awakening Park. The period of the blossoms is at the end of January. Formosa landlocked salmon had been found during Japanese occupation in 1917. And has been classified as a natural monument by Taiwanese government since 1938. It has a long history of Taiwanese wildlife protection. The Formosa landlocked salmon inhabited all over Dajia River in 1940. but due to developmental pollution and human activity, their living environment deteriorated. The only remaining areas they inhabit are Wuling District and Taiwan River. These are the only places to see the salmon. The government decided to classify salmon as an endangered species in 1984. Meanwhile, they started conservation and research. After long years of conservation and protection, the government officially established Taiwan River Wildlife Sanctuary. Taiwan River has been famous by this. The Salmon Ecological Center was finished in 2005. It's a conservation and research center for salmon. Some parts are on display to the open for the public. Salmon Ecological Center is located on the river side of Taiwan River. It has salmon display houses and cultivation houses. The Salmon Ecological Center is not only present the great results of salmon cultivation, it also means the research is on the next level environment education. The display house includes salmon ecological distribution and results of conservation. You can also see the living salmon in aquariums, which is simulated as a natural environment. The Ecological Center is for people to know the ecosystem of salmon, and it's really important to Taiwan. Taiwan River is the habitat where the salmon live, and the people call it hometown of Formosa landlocked salmon. Taiwan had been connected to China 10,000 years ago during the last ice age. The Formosa landlocked salmon is a migration fish belonging to the Pacific salmon, the only one temperate zone fish in Taiwan. It's the landlocked salmon left over from the ice age. The Formosa landlocked salmon is a rare Pacific salmon in the world. It's an endangered wildlife, also called Taiwanese salmon or Lishan salmon. Taiwanese salmon is a landlocked Pacific salmon. Through the long time evolution, it has lost its habitat to the sea, turned to adapt to the environment of the Dajia River, now living in the river of the highland forest. Salmon is a legacy of the Ice Age creatures. In Taiwan, this historical fish was being exploited by humans as far back as 3,500 years ago. During prehistoric times, the Taiwan River was a cultural site for humans, and they interacted by using fishing gear to capture the Formosa landlocked salmon. Archaeologists have unearthed relics found in this area. Wuling is famous by mountains, good water, and salmon. Follow down the Taiwan River, the landscape is magnificent. It's gathering all natural powers of the mountain, forest, and river. The water of Taiwan River is pretty clean. The salmon roaming in the river like the flowing gold. People call it Taiwan flowing gold. Formosa landlocked salmon is the most important conservation wildlife of Sherpa National Park. After trying hard for 20 years, the salmon population has increased to a stable amount from 4,000 to 5,000, and it can self-reproduce, expand into other streams successfully. The rest place is no longer localized in Taiwan River and has expanded to other streams, increasing the various salmon population. Let's hope Formosa's landlocked salmon can continue their life here in Taiwan.